So we put a mystery number in to our square root machine, and then she put it through another square root machine and she got a 2 out. So what must have been here? So 4 must have been here. If you put 4 in, the square root of 4 is 2. Well, what must have gone in initially so that the square root out of the first machine is 4? So you say, well, you can just reverse the process and say, well, 4 squared equals 16. So this must have been 16 that went in there. The square root of 6.25, and so one way you can think about it is 2 squared equals 4, 3 squared equals 9. So you know it's between 2 and 3. But the other thing you can do is think about, well, what's 25 squared? So if we use our difference of squares, we do plus 5 and minus 5 plus 5 squared. 30 times 20, 600, plus 25, 625. So if 25 squared is 625, 2.5 squared equals 6.25. So it's 2.5. So we want to know a 2-digit number that is a perfect square and a perfect cube. Well, so one way to do it is you can just say, okay, well, what are the perfect squares? 1, 4, 9, 16, 25, 36, 49, 64, 81. What are the perfect cubes? 1, 2 times 2 times 2, 8. 3 times 3 times 3, 27. Okay, nothing so far. 4 times 4, 16 times 4, 64. Okay, and there's our one, right? And the next one, 5 times 5 was too big, 125, just like this one's 100. So we get 64. So here we're squaring a number twice. So what number, so now we need to do the backwards to go this way. Instead of squaring the number, we're going to take the square root. The square root of 81, what times itself is 81, is 9. And then to go backwards this way, we take the square root of 9 is 3. So let's see if that works. So 3 times 3 equals 9, and 9 times 9 equals 81. So if we square the number and then square that result, we get 81. So we started out with 3. Dollhouse has an area of 1/4 and it's a square. So the side of the square times the side of a square. So S times S equals 1/4. Well, what times? So in other words, S equals the square root of 1/4. What's the square root of 1/4? Well, 1/2 times 1/2 equals 1/4. So the sides must be 1/2. 1/2 times 1/2 equals area is 1/4.